Our world is awash in a sea of data. Probably too much information and too much data. But progress is challenging to stop. All this information is collected and analyzed so that patterns and trends can help direct decision making. As we've been exploring, using patterns and trends to make sense of things and anticipate what may be next are the hallmarks of inductive reasoning. Many trends offer good examples of the challenge and need for good inductive reasoning, like the introduction of mobile phones to our world. Even in your lifetime, you have witnessed how smartphones are changing our culture. The manufacturers of phones, builders of operating systems, and app developers are constantly monitoring behavior and trends, trying to figure out how to capture more of the market. Today, all companies must stay on top of the trends to change with the times. For example, Nokia used to be a huge player in the cell phone market, the line in blue. And BlackBerry was first out of the gate with the smartphones, dominating the industry with its tiny keyboards, and reaching great heights in 2008. Both companies lost their relevance in a relatively short period of time. To stay in the game, the general trend is not to stand still or let your guard down. Improve everything: speed, screen detail and size, memory, battery life, lens quality, etc., etc. You know firsthand all the amazing things smartphones can do. The convergence of a device that informs, connects, entertains, organizes, records, etc. is truly remarkable. It's also likely hard for you to imagine a time when smartphones didn't exist. But having been around before their existence, I can attest to how they've improved life, but are also raising many concerns. The speed at which this tool went from not existing to something we cannot exist without is a bit frightening, to say the least. And this technology has also followed the pattern many technologies take, in that as they solve one problem, they inadvertently create new ones at the same time. Spears to hunt were later used in war. Cars that cleared streets of horse manure now fill the skies with CO2. Mass production increased efficiencies, but it has made most things disposable. Smartphones, too, have solved problems, but they also show signs of being addictive. Steal our attention at the wrong times. Create confusing new social interaction protocols and avenues for disrespectful behavior. And add to our ever-increasing amount of screen time. Patterns can be found in sequences and shapes, but what we're really doing is trying to extend our understanding of this type of reasoning to a broader spectrum. Smartphones offer a deeper example of how we might apply inductive reasoning. Like how, for example, technology tends to progress far beyond necessity, as our brains are wired to look for better ways of doing things, even when we really don't need to. It gets complicated when such technologies both connect and isolate at the same time, and as they trend from being just a want to something essential, we see our vulnerability to being overly reliant on such technologies. Trying to interpret the trends of things like smartphone consumption will continue to challenge consumers, parents, lawmakers, teachers, employers, etc. for many years to come.